Hi everybody, it's Jenna and I'm here with a lesson for you on the fractions. So I have in front of me the first 5 in our set of fractions. And I'm going to show you a little bit what we can do with them. So if we took a unit, one of our small unit beads, and we squished it, it might look a little something like this. This is 1. We can also call it 1 whole. This would be the whole unit if it were squished flat. Now, imagine that I took this unit and I cut it down the middle, exactly in half. Well, then it might look something like this. Then we would have 2 halves, 1 half and 2 halves. It would still be the same size as the first one, but it would be in 2 pieces. Now we can imagine, what if we took our unit and we cut it perfectly, evenly, into 3 pieces? 1, 2, and 3. Those would be called thirds. 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. They would all be exactly the same size as each other, just like the halves. So there we have our whole, our 2 halves, and our 3/3. If we had 2 halves and we cut them again, each down the middle, cut this half into 2 halves and this half into 2, well then we would have what are called fourths. Our unit would be in 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we would have 4 fourths that were equal sizes. Now, if we took our unit and say we wanted to divide it evenly 5 times, we would draw our lines like this, cut them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can anyone guess what these pieces would be called? That's right, these are fifths. This would be 1/5. From last time, we learned about 1 whole, 2 halves, 3/3, 4 fourths, 5 fifths. Now, we've got all of these. Let's see how many pieces there are in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are called sixths. 1 piece we call 1/6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This circle is split into 7 pieces. We call these sevenths, or 1/7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. when you split a whole into 8 pieces, we call them eighths, or 1/8. I bet you can guess what these will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are called ninths, or 1/9. And finally, if you take your whole and you cut it into 10 equal pieces, they would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we would call them, that's right, tenths, or 1/10. Those are all of our fractions, from 1 whole all the way up to 1/10. Once we know what all of the fractions are called, we can start playing a little game with them. I'm going to remove one of my halves, 1/2. Now in this space that's left, I'm going to see what else I can fit from my other fractions here. This looks like it would fit. Yes. I can fit 2 quarters in the same space where there was a half. That means that 2/4 or 2 quarters are the same as 1/2. Let's try another way. How else can we make a half? 1/6, 2/6, 3/6. If I use 3 of the 6ths over here, it fits. It's the same as 1/2. Let's put them back and see if we can find another way. See a straight line here. I think those might fit. Those are called eighths. 3/8. Yes, 4/8. They fit. They're the same as a half. No straight line on this one, but this one does. Let's try it. 2, 3. Do you remember what these are called? Yeah, tenths. And 5/10. 5/10 are equal to 1/2. They take up the same amount of space. Look at that. We could even take our half and put it over here in this empty space. But we should put them back. If I had more time, I could keep exploring and find which other things could fit in some of the other spaces. I could remove 1/3 and find out what would fit in a space the same as 1/3. I could remove 1/4 and find out if anything fits the same in that space. And I could do the same for all of my fractions. There are many ways that we can use this work in real life too to make equal pieces. Here we are. We've just made this lovely frittata for our dinner tonight, and I wanted to cut it up into some pieces, and I thought I'd use what we've learned about fractions to do that. So we have 3 people in our family, And we'd like to eat this frittata tonight for our dinner and also tomorrow for our lunch. So we're going to need 2 halves. I'm going to cut my frittata down the middle into 2 equal halves. Ooh, it feels crispy on the bottom. We'll have 1 half for dinner tonight and the other half for lunch tomorrow. Now, because there's 3 of us, I want to cut each of my halves into 3 pieces. I'll start with this half. I'm going to do my best to make them equal. There. Now this half is cut into 3 equal pieces. Let's cut the half for lunch as well. One piece. 2 pieces. And 3 pieces. There we go. Let's count how many pieces we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So that means that each piece of my frittata is 1/6. I'm going to serve up the ones for dinner. It's a little bit stuck on the bottom. There we go. There's 1 of my pieces of frittata. That's 1/6 of the whole. If I were to put another piece on that plate, I would have 2/6 of frittata. This would be the same as 1/3. I'm going to dish up the rest, and you can keep practicing with your fractions. Thanks for joining me.